Hello and welcome back. If you've been following my videos, you'll see that I have been studying Back to the Future, just a few little anomalies that don't seem to bother anybody else but bother me. So in today's video we're going to talk about the fact that Doc managed to go back to 1885 with not travelling at 88 miles per hour, a rule of thumb that we have been taught from the get-go. 88 miles per hour is the optimum speed to be able to travel back in time, but apparently you don't have to. You can just be struck by lightning. And this gets overlooked and never mentioned again. The reality is he doesn't need to get to 88 miles per hour. And the fact that Doc went back to 1885 and didn't focus on this, instead decides to make a freezer to create ice cubes. Now, people could say to me that I'm being a bit pedantic, picky.
Ice tea?
Am I? The guy was hovering above Marty and gets struck by lightning and manages to travel through time. So why didn't he focus on the science of this for part 3? Instead of prancing around, making scopes for guns, becoming a blacksmith, why didn't he focus on this element if he's the scientist that we claim that he is?
Ready?
One day you're gonna get a bullet in your back.
Back to the Future 3, although it's a good film and it's entertaining, we know that there's no stakes. We know that everything's going to be alright. Do you know how we know this? We know this because nothing is disappearing. Because if the future isn't panning out the way it should be, things start to fade in and out. Now this was something from the first movie that just gets overlooked by part 3. So the hoverboard, everything must happen. 2015 must happen because it doesn't fade in and out. So we know that everything's going to work out okay. So really they should have just sat back, looked at the hoverboard, looked at themselves and see if they started to fade in and out when they're on that train track. If they do, then they go, right, okay, we can fix this, put more coal or whatever that special chemical he uses to make the train go faster. All of those things he could have worked on just by looking and seeing if he was fading in and out. But nobody thinks about that part. But me. People say I'm being picky. I don't care. I don't care. I've watched these films enough times to be picky. You know, they've entertained me enough times. These are just little questions that I ask. And I'm just going to leave that one there.